Folks, welcome back to the show where we love yapping about the Yankees. It is Bronx Bomber Banter. I am Maniac, and let's get our main event to the stage. They've been dancing backstage for all I can see. It is the Twin Stripe Boys, Carter and Cooper. Gents, how are we feeling on this Friday?
Good. How are you doing? Thank you for
Doing well. Oh, don't even stop telling me things. You guys are the co-hosts. I'm lucky you guys don't boot me up, but I got good news, boys. We are on to episode 2 of Bronx Bomber Banter. We haven't been canceled yet, so let's just keep the executives happy and keep the Yankee talk flowing for sure. And that'll be easy, obviously. We talked a week ago. We were getting into divisional play. We had the Rays and Guardians. Rays, we really took care of business against. Obviously, a smooth series there, 3-1. Not so much against the Guardians. I mentioned I went to Cleveland. I went 1-1. They lost the first game of the series as well. I want to go back to the Rays series real quick. Max Fried with the no-hitter. It kind of gets like taken away from him. What did you guys think about all that nonsense down in Florida?
Well, I think the play actually was an error, but I think they should have called it earlier. But I think it was the right call. But I think they should have done it much, much earlier. I really wonder if Max Fried knew if it was changed after it was changed. I mean, it's just weird to do that like 2 innings after. Really?
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Boys, I've been watching baseball as long as I've been, having snacks, and I've never seen something like that. So it was very bizarre, very odd to see, obviously. But obviously, Yankees go to Tampa. They take care of business. Guardians, not so much. But Aaron Judge obviously staying hot, and we get Ben Rice back into the lineup. He's been amazing at the Tampa lineup. Hard to imagine. I know that it's still early in the year, but hard to imagine where this Yankees team would be without Ben Rice kind of stepping in.
Yeah, Ben Rice is doing amazing this season. I mean, Aaron Judge and Ben Rice and Paul Goldschmidt are all batting over 300. I mean, Ben Rice, Judge both have 6 home runs. Judge and Rice both have a 1,000 OPS. Goldschmidt is just hitting a lot of singles. But, I mean, those three have been really, really, really good. Yeah, they're getting a lot of the runs from the top of the lineup. That's really their strong suit.
Yeah, it was so funny because obviously you have Aaron Judge now batting over 400 after his strong series in Cleveland. Jazz Chisholm, as many home runs as Aaron Judge, the average not as strong. I know we love Jazz in New York. What are you guys seeing from him and maybe his, approach at the plate? Do you think he's kind of swinging for the fences a little bit and that's maybe costing him in the average department?
He's absolutely swinging for fences and he has a lot of home runs. I think that is a great thing. But he needs to work on contact, getting more singles, working on the average. He could really use some help. I mean, he's striking out way too much. He added that uppercut. He should stop swinging for the fences. Get on base.
Seriously, what do you guys when you're struggling a little bit at the plate like Jazz is? How do you retool your guys' approach? I know you're baseball players. What is it? Do you get a little bit more focused before you get in the box? A little bit more focused in your warm up when you're on deck? What's your guys' approach when you're looking to get out of a slump?
Laser focus. You need to be focused every pitch, every at bat. Just really that. Yeah, I think it's not overthinking it. Just you can't think and hit at the same time, right? You have to pick one, and I think you can't think too much. You just have to hit. You have to practice a lot. Practice the fundamentals. Once they stick with you, just hit.
Seriously, getting back to the fundamentals. Use what got you there, Jazz Chisholm. But again, we're not complaining about the home runs. He's on pace for 35 or so. So we'll obviously take that. But I think what the Yankees are going to go for, and this is what we'll talk about all season, boys. Go far in October. They need Jazz Chisholm to be able to hit to all fields and hit in any spot they could need. Speaking of need, the Yankees are just going to need some consistency over the next week. We got 3 straight division series incoming. So we didn't have a lot of division series those first couple weeks, but now they're coming on heavy and often. I know we talked about this last week, but to you guys, I see a lot of nodding, but are you guys scared at all of any of these teams?
I mean, not really the Blue Jays. They're on a 5-game losing streak right now. They're just, one in a dump. I mean,
you know what though? You gotta be honest though. There's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. Those Blue Jays are coming in there. They're professionals, right? Their pride is hurt. They're looking to come into Yankees. And by the way, Yankee Stadium. That's where the criticism always goes. So all eyes will be on the Blue Jays. If they can't turn it around, there's going to be quote unquote heads rolling, as they say. But yeah, the Blue Jays we're not scared of. Orioles, Red Sox, Rays. We just took care of the Rays. Red Sox are kind of pumping, boys. This team does not want to go away early.
The one team I am a little scared of is the Red Sox. I mean, Rafael Devers is something. Once he gets back in the mix, and that's just a really scary team. I mean, Garrett Crochet, Alex Bregman playing really well. Christian Campbell might be the AL Rookie of the Year. Yeah, those Red Sox look a little scary, but the Yankees, they just need to keep winning. And the Orioles aren't doing as good as I expected, really. I mean, what's their record? I think 9-13. Yeah.
So I love how Cooper was kind of like angry when he was talking about the Red Sox doing well. That's a pure Yankees fan through and through for sure. Talking about being a Yankees fan through and through. So obviously, guys, the first week and a half of the season, I mean, it was a laser light show. Every Yankees game was fireworks left and right with home runs. I look over the last 3 weeks. We only have one win where we scored over 7 runs. So the Yankees record-wise still doing very well, but this might be a good, kind of like learning opportunity here in the early season where they're finding ways to win these close games. They were able to hold Cleveland at bay for a lot of the series, and same with Tampa Bay this past week.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, Ben Rice, Judge, they've been really performing, but the reason it's really close is because a lot of the middle of the order, Austin Wells, Anthony Volpe, Jashim Jr., as we said, Jason Dominguez from the right side is playing great in the left. Only 3 hits on the season on the right side. Same as was Walter Cabrera on the right side. They really need to step it up. They're getting a lot of outs in the middle of the lineup. They need to step it up. I mean, Austin Wells is a little bit, but Dominguez and Cabrera are doing really well on the left side, so they need to keep that up. But they need to increase. Everybody needs to increase on the right side, and the lefty hitters just need to get on base more.
What do you guys? I know I always go nuts about it, but because this team is 15-10, so you'll take every 25 games, you'll take 15-10 every single time. Of course, right? That gets you to your 100 plus wins. With that said, what's like one thing that you guys see that maybe like, wow, come September, October, we'd really like to have that, going full throttle. For me, you actually just mentioned it. It's Dominguez. He's been okay at the plate. He's been a little bit better recently, but we need this guy to catch fire and be the phenom that we know he can be. Now, again, he has 4 to 6 months to do that, but that's what I'm looking at for Dominguez for this potential championship lineup. Anything sticking out to you guys? I know it's early in the season, so we're getting ahead of ourselves here, but that's what talking heads do. Anything sticking out to you guys?
Carlos Rodon is pitching a lot of innings, getting a lot of strikeouts. I think Carlos Rodon is doing amazing after a breakout season here. So Carlos Rodon is really surprising.
I like that too.
Step up.
Well, that's a great segue to our next point from the CNC boys. We have Carlos Rodon doing well, and obviously Max Fried dominated last time out. Going into this season, obviously the Yankees were planning on having Garrett Cole. Carlos Rodon was supposed to be the 2. Max Fried would have been the 3. Now, obviously, they're rising to the occasion. They're stepping up when the team really needs them to. With that said, are you guys do you look around the league? Because I know you guys follow the entire MLB very deep. These guys are all over it. Anything you guys are already looking at as potential pitching targets? The Yankees are always a contender. When you're always a contender, you're always going to be in that market for a little bit of a pitching improvement.
So if the Padres are looking to trade somebody because he's on the last year of his contract, I know the Padres are one of the best teams in baseball right now. But if they're just looking to get salary out of the way, I think a great pitcher to get is Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease finished second in strikeouts last year. He can get over 200 strikeouts, under 3.50 ERA. He's a really good pitcher, and I'd like the Yankees to have their hands on him. Yeah, and one guy for me, I think, is Chris Sale. And you may be like, Chris Sale's such a great pitcher. It's just the Braves are doing so bad. I think they're going to be out of the playoff picture by the time the trade deadline. So I think they're going to be trading a lot of their players. Chris Sale definitely may be one of them.
Wow, Chris Sale, that would be quite the Yankees pickup, especially after he had all those years with the Red Sox, where obviously he led them. So very interesting to see there. I would not complain about that at all. Real quick, We did see Will Warren with a very good because obviously again like the fourth and fifth starters are the guys that are going to be able to get you that championship level. What do you think about his performance so far? Numbers wise, he's okay, and he did pretty well in Cleveland through those first 5 innings, but he just couldn't get through the 6th there.
I mean, Will Warren is pitching pretty decent. I mean, against the Rays, he only pitched 1.2 innings, but I mean, pitched 5 innings against the Guardians. I mean, that win. I mean, that was just a fluke. I mean, 3 base hits.
Yeah, I felt the same exact way. It's like frustrating. I'm sitting there in Cleveland trying to enjoy my popcorn, and I got the Guardians fans going nuts. I'm like, you guys aren't even hitting the ball. It's like it's a couple of slaps.
So cheap, right?
Yeah.
Mark Leiter Jr., Will Warren both pitched great that game, and just slow rollers up the middle that they couldn't get.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I again, like it wasn't like Leiter came in and it was a laser light show, exactly like you said. So very interesting. Sometimes the box score, even though you can research and do everything, is a little bit different than how the game goes. And that's why you got to watch. That's why you got to be in for all season. By the way, make sure you're locked in with us all season here on Bronx Bomber Banter. Me and the Pinstripe Boys holding it down here, as you can see in the right field bleachers. With that said, I know it's their favorite time after they took me to the woodshed last week. It is time for some trivia. So I think we got some that might be a little easy, and then we got one that I think is going to be a little challenging. We will see. But boys, are you ready to strap in, Carter Cooper?
Ready. Let's go. I love trivia.
Okay, so this is let's see. So this is an easy one. Which Yankees pitcher has the most wins and strikeouts for the Yankees since 2009? They don't have to they don't have to play currently, just overall.
But it has to be with the Yankees, though? Like
yep, so for the Yankees. Yep, sorry.
That's actually kind of a hard question. Is that Garrett Cole?
Not Garrett Cole.
He hasn't been in the team long enough.
That's the thing. Yeah, per year, he's probably got the most, but this guy was with the Yankees for a long time.
Tanaka?
Nope, he's second. So you're right there.
That's
this guy was a lefty.
Lefty pitcher.
Number 52.
I'm stumped. We should get this.
His first name is 2 letters.
CC.
Sabathia. Sometimes, listen, and I'll give you guys credit because you're at the number 3, you're at the number 2. You guys were closing around there. But now let's see. We're going to crank up the difficulty. Let's see if Carter and Cooper can crank up their ability. So this is going to go back to my era. Okay, guys, I'm going to age myself a little bit during the World Series run. So from 96 to 2000, I was going nuts. We won 4 out of 5 years. The Yankees were just the ultimate team. Derek Jeter, of course, like doing it all. But they also had a great supporting offense. The Yankees had 3 players hit more than 100 home runs over that 5-year span. So who were the 3 Yankees that hit 100 home runs between 1996 and 2000?
Okay, I think I got 2 right off the bat. Tino Martinez and Bernie Williams.
That's 2.
Yeah.
So now you need that third. Paul O'Neill.
Yeah.
Obviously, you see him right there, pictured with the Yankees. Yeah, obviously, love him on the Yes broadcast. Very funny. Paul O'Neill. So now we have maybe the most challenging, but also the most timely. Over the last 5 years, what MLB pitcher, now this is non-Yankee, has the most strikeouts against the New York Yankees?
That's a really hard question. Okay.
Agreed, because you're like, yep.
Corbin Burns, potentially.
Corbin Burns is top 10, but he's not number 1.
Ooh. Chris Sale.
Chris Sale is up there, but he's not top 1. The thing is, it is tough. You're right, because it's not like they play a ton of games against each other. So this is the result of a couple. What do you got?
Justin Verlander.
Verlander? No, not Verlander. So this is Kershaw. No, Kershaw probably against everybody else though.
It's probably the same division.
Oh well, you're heating up. Use your TV.
Evan Gosling.
Close. You're right where use the TV brain. Like, why would they ask this on the broadcast?
I feel like they just pitched against them.
Because it's the guy pitching against them tonight. Barrios. I know,
Jose
unbelievable. And he, like, right, you wouldn't expect him. But now the baseball gods giveth and the baseball gods taketh away, Carter Goober. He's got the most strikeouts against the Yankees, but he's also got the second most home runs allowed with 11. So it could be an exciting game tonight in the Bronx for sure.
He's more a ground ball pitcher. He's not really a strikeout pitcher. That's a surprising one. That's a good trivia question, though.
That's what. Well, listen, I got to stump you boys after you got me with Shane Spencer in 2 seconds last week. Okay. So we'll call that a push. Obviously, Carter and Cooper dominate in the trivia. We'll be obviously learning more from them all season. Let's learn a little bit from them before we go on Bronx Bomber Banter. Guys, obviously the weather's getting better. I know that's more time outside. What are we looking forward to doing in May besides watching some Yankees baseball?
Patriots games really fun. Obviously, the Yankees. Oh, yeah. The draft is today and yesterday and the day after. 3 days. In the football schedule coming out in May.
Okay, so football. So where do your allegiances lie with football?
Most of the people are not gonna like this one.
Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that's okay. I'd rather have you Cowboys than like Jets or Patriots.
Yeah.
Or Chiefs.
I mean, everybody hates the Cowboys, though, right? Like,
well, that was, I think people hated them more because they used to be good back in the 90s. Now it's like there's not like it's kind of like the way the same people don't like the Yankees. Half the Yankees hate is just because we got all the trophies, right?
Yeah. And my favorite team is the San Francisco 49ers. I mean,
okay. All right, so you boys are keeping it out west. All right, I like that. All right, so we don't have any rivalry with my Buffalo Bills and your team, so we're good there for sure. And I threw this in here randomly. Favorite movie? Talk to me about movies. You guys big fans of the cinema?
Yeah, I love movies. If I had to pick one to be my favorite, Sandlot I like a lot.
Okay,
that's the one. Field of Dreams.
Benny the Jet. All right.
My favorite is Major League 2.
Major League 2, not even the Rave. Okay, I like that.
The original's great too, but the second one, the sequel, is also amazing.
Yeah, who is it? Brudabaker for the catcher, right? That's hysterical. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Those are classics. I appreciate that you guys said Major League 2. You just aged me a little bit there, so that was very good. But obviously, we love to get aged here on Bronx Bomber Banter. Shout out Carter and Cooper, our Twin Stripe reporters. The Yankees are strapping in for Divisional Series, so make sure you're strapped in with us all season long. With that said, I think it's only 3 words, boys. The Yankees win! The Yankees win!